Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Offset 24/7. My name is Niharika Valia Bhatnagar, and I'm with you with the area of ABFM. Am I audible as well as clearly visible, everyone? That's the first question for the day. But we are just about to end our module D. In terms of module D, we are finishing off the topic altogether as we are on green and sustainable financing. That is second last chapter of the book. We are left with just the last one that is called SPAC, Special Purpose Acquisition Vehicle. That's the last topic that we are left with. So that means we are good to go to finish off this particular series altogether. But before that particular point, please make sure you are reviewing the entire series. This entire series is having chapter wise the entire book. Matlab, there is not even a single chapter of this particular IIBF Macmillan book that I have left. So please go ahead and review the entire playlist. Secondly, go ahead and like this particular session, everyone. Your single effort definitely plays a very important role. So everyone, what were we dealing with? We were dealing with green and sustainable financing. What do you mean by green and sustainable financing? I have a business. I wanted my business to grow further. So how do I make it grow? I think I can make it grow by doing one thing. That is, if I tell you, maybe I won't do it, but I can tell you कि my business is not going to hurt the market. I am here to work for the market. And at the same time, I'm going to earn money and I'm going to pay you off while not hurting the environment at all. Matlab, I'm going to sustain in this market as well, and I will not affect the market at all. So technically, what are we looking forward to? Green and sustainable financing. Matlab, I am getting the loans by saying that I will protect the market. I will protect the, matlab, I'll work for the market while protecting the environment as well. That is why it is green financing. You are getting finances for your green projects. Green projects matlab the projects which are going to support the greenery, or we are at least not going to damage the environment, of course. है ना? That's one of the basic things they do. Now let's talk about the particular questions regarding this particular topic. ISOs are very, very important because ISOs were also asked in the previous examination as well. Matlab, you don't have an option. ISOs has to be done by you. It's very, very important. Done. Okay. Now the first question. What is the objective of ISO 32210 Sustainable Finance Principles and Guidance, everyone? Seizing new investment opportunities, maximizing short-term financial returns, enabling positive environment and social outcomes, and then is minimizing stakeholder expectations. What is the objective of ISO 32210? Sustainable finance. Sustainable, acha, you have to remember these are, I think in the last exam 32210 was asked in the examination. So we have to be very clear about this specific area. Okay. Everybody, let's look at the answer. We're talking about ISO 32210. When we talk about 32210, it simply says that it is enabling the positive environment and social outcomes. In this case, the correct answer is C. Okay? The answer is C. Enabling the positive environment and social outcomes. Acha, everyone, don't forget to share this particular session as well. Your single effort towards our appreciation definitely plays a very important role. Which of the following is not an example of ESG criteria outlined in ISO 32210? Climate change, executive pay, board diversity, and then is natural resource depletion. See, the climate change is a part of it. Then we talk about the diversity. Diversity is super important. Why? But if all the people are from one particular area, they'll not believe in the other area. Matlab, if I'm sitting in a metropolitan city, I'm raised in a metropolitan city. So for me, the problems which a villager would say ki in our village or in a rural area, especially a very remote rural area, if they come up and talk about those necessities, I'll say this doesn't exist. In this world, it doesn't exist. Why? Because I was brought up in that metropolitan area. For me, that particular thing doesn't really exist. So both diversity is required. And especially if you're an MNC, then what do you need? You need to see that there are countries like Kenya, there are countries like Zimbabwe, there are countries like USA, there are countries like UK, there are countries like India. In the Asian region, there's a major difference, है ना? Even in the entire working way as well. So in this case, the correct answer is executive pay. You don't really worry about the executive pay when we talk about this. That's a part of the financial area. Why are we talking about green and sustainable financing in this manner? है ना? Okay, next point is according to ISO 32210, which key elements should organization address initially when implementing sustainable financial principles? Reporting and transparency, environmental impacts, governance and culture, and financial returns. What's going to be the answer, everyone? Okay, this point is ISO 32210. What's going to be the answer? It talks about remote reporting and transparency or environmental impacts. We've talked about 32210 just now in the beginning. See, it is basically bringing up the positive environmental area. Na? So then environmental impacts or reporting and transparency, when you want to implement something, if I come up and say, you said that, ma'am, the rule is that you have to follow certain protocols. For example, in the class, you have to wear this kind of t-shirt, you have to have this kind of background, this is how you have to start your class, and everything has to be of at a 24/7. You made a protocol and I come to you and say, nah, rules are made to be broken. What will happen? If I break the rules, other will also do the same, and ultimately it would question the integrity of the entire organization. So simply just saying that enabling the positive environmental or overall working there will not work, है ना? If you think about it, you have to maintain that part as well. So what do? We have to look forward towards governance and culture, है ना? That's one part. What is the primary purpose of ISO 14008? Monetary valuation of environmental impacts and related environmental aspects to provide guidance for implementing environmental management systems, to determine the economic value of the organization's environmental impacts, to establish policies for green taxes and subsidies, and to facilitate the disclosure and reporting of environmental data. What does 14008 do, everyone? Monetary valuation of environmental impacts and related environmental aspects. What do they do? Primary purpose of ISO 14008. वैसे implementing the guidance and all is 32210. Establishing the policies is not a part of it. You don't really have to look forward to what disclosure. The correct answer is to determine the economic value of the market. Environmental impacts. Matlab, see, if I'm extracting a lot of coal and all, it is definitely impacting the organization as well as the market. If I am found misutilizing the things, then obviously environmental impacts are there, but it is heavy on my pocket as well, right? I would be imposed a lot of penalties, isn't it? So this is the answer. Next question, we talk about what additional guidance does ISO 14007 provide to organizations regarding environmental costs and benefits. Instructions on implementing environmental management systems, guidance on calculating greenhouse gas emissions. Greenhouse gases are what, everyone? Greenhouse gases are those gases which are related to the area of emissions related, which are greenhouse gases are which keeps the earth warm. They are the reason that once the sun is gone, the earth is still warm. But the problem is, if these gases are increasing so much, then what will happen? The warmth of the earth is increasing every single day, and the temperature is also rising, right? That's one of the problems. So greenhouse gases are those gases. One of them is carbon monoxide. Then we have carbon dioxide, and we have ozone. O3 is also one of them. Instructions on using monetary values for cost and benefit analysis, or guidance on reducing environmental impacts. What's going to be the answer? What additional guidance does ISO 14007 provide? What is it, everyone? Okay, the correct answer in this area is instructions on monetary values on cost and benefit and guidance on reducing the environmental impacts. 14007 works towards instructions on monetary value, cost and benefit analysis. Matlab, how do you learn it? 32210 was related to governance, है ना? To govern things. That was 32210. ISO 32210 was related to enabling the positive impacts of the environment, and that through governance. Then when we talk about, just remember G, environmental governance, environment and governance. When we talk about 14007, you are looking forward towards money. Okay? That is monetary values for cost and benefit analysis. Done? Okay. What is the primary purpose of ISO 14097 greenhouse gas management and related activities framework, including the principles and requirements for assessing and reporting investments and financing activities related to the climate change, to determine the economic value of greenhouse gas emissions, to guide organizations in implementing climate-related financial disclosures, or to facilitate the transition to a low carbon economy, or to calculate the cost of climate change impacts. What's going to be the answer, everyone? ISO 14097. What we did was monetary benefits and impacts was 14007. Now I'm talking about 14097. Greenhouse gases. See, greenhouse gases were the gases which are responsible for the global warming to increase in our country. Not only in our country, but in the entire world. You know? When we talk about the greenhouse management, we have to be very clear about what are they doing to guide organizations in implementing climate related disclosures. You're looking forward towards disclosures. ठीक है ना? You tell them about the climate related financial disclosures. You are very clear about that, but I want to be very absolutely clear about this specific area. ठीक है ना? Done. What are the 3 goals accomplished by ISO 14097 according to the information that is provided? Okay, 14097. What are the goals? We have just seen that it is related to the area of the greenhouse gases. है ना? Let's go back to the question. Sometimes in the examination, if there are set of questions from one specific area, first of all, what you can do is from one point find the next hint as well. What was the primary purpose? Greenhouse gas management framework, including the principles of assessing and reporting investments and financing activities related to climatic change. They are looking at the financial view of the environmental damage, right? So in this case, what are they looking forward to? To guide organizations in implementing climate related financial disclosures. When we talk about the 3 goals, what do you see there? Identifying opportunities and dangers, providing information and decision making, reducing climate related risk. It is covering the points, but not very in a very detailed format. Determining economic values, facilitating reporting, reducing greenhouse gas emissions, promoting sustainable investment, then facilitating disclosure and reducing environmental impacts. वैसे ना you can definitely reduce it a bit, but you cannot eliminate. Aid finance managers, provide data in decision making, and facilitate the shift to a low carbon economy. Low carbon economy matlab we are reducing the carbon in the economy. So if this happens, then definitely the impact of the carbon content being increased in the world would be significantly reduced if even one country looks into this particular matter. You know? So what would be the answer? I can see there are greenhouse gas related area in B, है ना? But in this case, they are saying you have to give the disclosures. So providing information part is in the first one. So because rest they are not asking about, provide data for decision making is there, but they are not providing data. They're genuinely providing reports, so they're providing information. So I can see that most of the areas are not covering the disclosure part. The disclosure part is there, है ना? That disclosure part is covered in A only. So correct answer is A. Identifying opportunities and dangers, providing information for decision making, and reducing the climate related risks. Acha, what distinguishes a green bond from a standard bond? The interest rate offered to the investors, or issuing entity guarantee of payment, the use of proceeds to finance or refinance, or duration of the bond maturity. Okay, what's going to be the answer, everyone? The use of the proceeds to finance or refinance greenhouse projects. Finance and refinance matlab, finance is basically having a particular work there, and refinance is related to the area of कि ठीक है ना, if I am not able to take the risk, I don't want to bear the risks, and I will have another organization included in it, so I'm routing the financing through them as well. That is refinancing. What are the foundational elements required to develop a credible green bond market? High interest rates and long maturity periods, green bond project definitions and requirements for disclosure, mandatory government regulations, or asset-backed security structures. What's going to be the answer, everyone? In this case, we're talking about the specific area of foundational elements, है ना? Foundational elements for green bond market. When you're looking at the green bond market, one particular thing is there. How can we look forward towards high maturity periods or low? You are not looking at regulations of the government as well. You are looking at government regulations from the point of view of green financing. You're not looking at asset-backed structures as well. That's also not correct. There's only one point. In these kind of questions, go for elimination method. Elimination matlab, whatever you don't feel relevant, just remove that part. The part which is left is called relevant portion. And just the relevant would be the answer. What is the main purpose of hybrid bonds in context of green bonds? What are hybrid bonds, everyone? Hybrid is basically equity and preference, है ना? मतलब actually equity and debt. Equity is one corner of the market and debt is another corner of the market. Both the markets are looking forward towards the area. Ki how do we end the bad situations, isn't it? In terms of equity, it is too risky. By the end we get nothing. Debt, acha, we are just getting interest of this much amount, bus that much amount, that's it. You have that feeling na, that is covered under hybrid. Hybrid says, acha, equity has this good part, pick it up. Acha, the debts have this good part, pick it up. To link the bond interest rate to green project performance, to finance multiple green projects simultaneously, to provide dual recourse of both issuer and the project assets, and to allow investors to convert the bond into stock at a later time. What's going to be the answer? The answer is C. Okay? To provide dual recourse to both the issuer and the project assets. Done? The answer is this. Okay, so let's end the particular session here itself, everyone. But before I end my session, let me show you where to go in order to purchase the classes if you're planning for the CAIIB June attempt. Actually, it has been June, July now because most of the papers are in July right now. You know? So let's talk about it, everyone. Let me take you to our website first. This is our website, that is www.adda247.com. Go on to the area of JIB and CIB, go on to the area of CIB June. Everyone, double validity is going on. There is nothing better than double validity. Why do I say this? Because double validity matlab CIB Mahapack available at the lowest cost. Why Mahapack? You should go for Mahapack because all 5 optional subjects are there. Matlab you can actually look at it before the registration starts. Go through all the subjects. Check it out whether you are able to understand the subject or not. You can choose your relevant subjects. Mahapack should be chosen for this purpose, that if you're looking forward towards optional subject also through the classes, then all the 5 are covered here. Bilingual English medium, both the batches are opened up for you. Test series, ebooks, look at the ebooks. Each and every subject and each and every chapter you can find in this manner. Rural is there, HRM is there, and the remaining classes you can see it is all added. ABM class is there, then you have the CAIIB, so you can find so many things in this area. You know, videos are there, then you have test series, you have online live classes. All these things are included in this area. Okay, ABM, ABFM, all the specific subjects are added in this area, everyone. All you need to do is click on the area of buy now, use the code, use the code Y541 and apply it, and you will get it for an 80% discount is going on right now. So that means you will get it for 6823.95. Matlab 6800, and you're getting it for 12 months. Per month you're not even paying 500 600 something. You know, so why not go for this particular pack right away before the sale ends, right? Just download the app and get up to 80% because you can get 1% more if you download the app. So download the app first and utilize the coins to get this particular Mahapack as early as possible, and use the code Y541. That would be the best thing to do in terms of preparation of your ABFM as well as other subjects as well, because at one point you get this, then you don't have to pay separately for the revision batches, test series, the mock test, and ebooks. What not is available? Everything is available in this pack. That means once you buy it, you don't have to pay even a single penny for your CIB preparation further for the next 1 year. Within that year, clear your examination and move on towards the next level. That should be the goal, right? Thank you so much for being there. If you're looking forward to it, then go ahead and use the code Y541.